In this episode, Rose and Dimiitri join Lissa and Adrian on his adventure in the human world. The truth about the accident and about Rose and Lissa's bond is revealed. Chirstian and Lissa are on again and off again, and the next monarch will have to earn it through a series of trials. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm. It's time for another episode, and please remember to hit that subscribe button. As always, spoilers are included, so be warned. There are basically two storylines being explored throughout episodes 7 and 8. The main storyline boils down to the bond between Rose and Lissa's spirit powers. Lissa joins Adrian on the adventure, and they take Rose and Dimiitri along as guardians. It turns out that Adrian is searching for a heretical Moroi scholar. The scholar understands they have the spirit power. She is also an expert on Saint Vladimir. After they find the scholar, they actually are attacked by the Strigoi. They seem to be following someone. Rose is going to hesitate before a kill, which is going to lead eventually to a breakup with Dimiitri. The scholar also reveals why Rose and Lissa have the spirit bond. When the Dragomirs were killed in the car accident, Rose was also killed, but she was brought back to life by Lissa, thus creating a shadow bond. Saint Vladimir had also had a bond like this as well. This is going to lead to a breakup between Rose and Lissa, at least for the moment. More on that wreck a little bit later. The second main storyline is the royal tour and the question of who is going to become the next monarch. Nearing the end of the tour, it appears that Victor, after being healed by Sonya, has enough support among the other royal families to become monarch. However, at the last minute, Tatiana pulls some strings with her aunt, who is the high priestess of their religion, who convinces the queen that the religion will not support Victor. Eventually, the queen throws a wrench into Tatiana's works when she invokes an ancient custom of using a set of trials to determine the monarch, and the custom is one that has to be supported by the religion. As the trials commence, Victor is hiding the fact that Sonya has turned into a Strigoi. Tatiana wins the first trial. The second trial is by proxy, and that is a fight between the two proxies of Victor and Tatiana. Proxies are just their representatives in a fight. Those proxies end up being Rose for Victor and Dimiitri for Tatiana. Rose is going to win the fight, mostly because Dimiitri refuses to go all out against her. Victor is also victorious in the third trial, a trial of reverence, where he had to answer the question about what a good monarch must have. His answer about giving up everything personal in order to give everything to your subjects is going to win him the third trial. In the end, though, we're going to get the big reveal that Tatiana basically has captured Sonya, and she is going to be presented to the court as a Strigoi, basically embarrassing Victor and bringing the succession to the throne into question. While all this was going on, our gang was trying to figure out what exactly is going on with the Strigoi, because they recognized that one of those Strigoi had been at several of the attacks. They're going to wonder if the Strigoi were following Lissa. The group's going to start looking for answers because they also figured that there had to be an insider. At first, they thought it was Jesse. I'll be honest, I really thought it was Jesse too. But soon it is revealed that it is Diane. She's the insider. If you don't know who Diane is, I'm not sure of the exact title, but she's one of the humans that comes in and is used as a feeder for the vampires. Lissa and Rose are going to link back up, and they end up wanting to try to remember what happened. They thought the answers might rely there about what happened at the accident site. They're going to link up. They're going to go to an expert who allows them to go to sleep and remember the accident. And as they do, they're going to see that Chirstian's parents were responsible for the accident, and they were actually there that night. Now, this actually brings up a question here, because what they revealed was Chirstian's parents were there after Lissa healed Rose. If they were there, why'd they allow Lissa and Rose to survive? They should have just killed them there. So that sort of raises a question about what is going on there. Now, all this is going to come as heartbreaking news to Lissa, who actually had decided to marry Chirstian at the beginning of the 8th episode. The two actually completed all the engagement rituals they needed by the end of the episode. Basically, at the end of the episode, the last few minutes, it's going to be a scene between Chirstian and Lissa, where Chirstian gives her a copy of a book that was very valuable to him. That's going to be problematic because Lissa is going to reveal that she's under a lot of pain because Chirstian's parents were responsible for her family's death and that she just didn't know if she could marry him right now. She wanted to be able to be truly in love with him when they got married. As the show cuts out, basically, Lissa gives Chirstian a kiss, and it leaves us with some hope that they are going to eventually get together, and they do care for each other. To bring this reaction to an end, I liked both of these episodes. I thought the 8th episode was a little stronger, but I enjoyed both. Overall, I'm liking where the story is finally starting to progress. The reveals gave us some important information on Lissa'S powers and the car accident that claimed her family. I've really been wanting to see a little bit more of this. It's taken them a while to get to it. Finally, we also get the info on Rose and Lissa'S bond. That was something that they've really been taking a while to get to. The only problem is they still haven't revealed all of these powers that Lissa has or can have. So we have to see where that goes. I really felt bad for Chirstian. You know, I've said this a couple times. He's probably my favorite character because he really seems to have feelings for Lissa, but everything going on with his Strigoi parents are really throwing a wrench in this. I hope in the end it's going to turn out for both he and Lissa. Couple other little small issues I do have. I still don't really understand why the queen just doesn't stay the queen. It seems like that would solve all the problems. Some of you book readers out there, if you know anything about that, please make some comments below. I'm not a book reader, so I'm not really sure why she's having to leave. Also, the Strigoi still need some explanation. I still have really no clue what to think of them, why they're there, how they came about, any of those questions. We need to start getting some answers or at least some backstory. With all that being said, I'm going to give these 2 episodes a grade of B+. Both episodes very strong. I really like the second episode. I would have probably graded it like an A-. Episode 7, I probably would have graded it a B. So when I average those 2 out, I come up with a B+. Now, that brings this review to an end. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below. And I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.